visit some brother out on my call. This is the moment you're meant to know.
Hello, my sunflowers. Do you know what I was thinking?
What?
Munchkins.
Oh.
Hi, Munchkins.
Yes,
how
a blast
are
from
you?
The past.
A blast from the past. Well, how are you? Thank you for joining us with the Chit Chat with the news. Now, when Baby and Crone and I sit down and chit chat, we just talk like two people that just talking about news, keeping you posted, no fancy language, just your basic, I get it, understand, not overly info, just enough to say, I know what's going on in the news. Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay, Baby Crone, go ahead, get us started.
Well,
who we starting with?
Well, first and foremost, on some good news about the Chrisleys being released. Yes.
I'm happy for them. I can't speak for you, but I'm happy for them. You know, far as I'm concerned, they said they served their time, whatever. They got a promotion. Their daughter. Oh, yes. Savannah, I can't. She promoted. She did whatever she can from the day they walked in. I think they've been in for 2 years. I'm not sure, but it's close. I wish Baby Crone could find that. But nevertheless, I'm happy. And I'm going to tell you my true reason. They restored faith in me. In other words, they made me believe in miracles. They said that, you know, they believed that they were going to be set free from this monstrosity. And I remember saying,
I said it was a little over 2
years.
Over
2 years. And I said to Baby Crone, I said, I don't know if they're guilty, innocent, whatever. I said, but if their faith find out that they are true in their own way, whatever. I'm not saying who guilty, whatever. But if faith finds out they are true, what did I say? I said they're going to get off.
Yes, you did.
And I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And so for everyone who says that, you know, it's not fair, I don't know. All I've seen is a miracle out of nowhere. You know, who could have known 2 years ago when he was arrested, when they were arrested, because he wasn't even president then.
No, he wasn't.
So, you know, just it was just meant to be. I don't know what you call it, divine fate, but I tell you one thing, they made me believe that a miracle was possible. Just when they was at their wit ends, just when we were just about to forget who they were.
That is true.
Just about. Their daughter was still out there. She was on a show.
Yes, she was.
Just out there promoting, doing, and look, as Miss Evelyn would say, look at God.
Yes.
And I just can't overlook that. I can't not say that wasn't a miracle to me. When all hope is gone, and boom, it's amazing to me. And I will say that for the rest of my life, unless they showed that this was a hoax, it was something. Right, to me, this is divine intervention. How can you explain it? And they were just believing that God was going to deliver them, even up to this day, even when the mother was weak, even so, yes. The daughter Savannah believed, their family believed by faith they were innocent. And that's what I dig about them. That's what it is for me. They restore something. If you feel as though all hope is gone, and maybe all hope is gone in your situation, but what they do, they show you that the impossible can be possible.
That is true.
And that's just hopeful for me, you know? And I think that whoever, whatever, had enough faith to do that. And I just think that's powerful. Yes. And I'm going to say that. And I believe that. So, you know, and for all of you people out here that's hating, hate on. Haters be haters.
Yeah,
that's what you're born to do, is to be haters. I want to be a lover and a forgiver, because I would want the same thing given back to me. That's all I'm saying. Yes. What else going on? And you have anything you want to add to that?
Slightly, I wanted to add on to it. Speaking of pardons and people being pardoned from prison, I just recently looked up. We have talked about NBA YoungBoy on this channel before.
Yeah.
He has gotten a pardon.
He got a pardon?
Yes, he got a pardon. Yes. He spent 23
What?
months in prison.
What? See,
Yes.
that's why I said he would have given Diddy a pardon. But because of the circumstances, no way. I stand by that. I mean, the card said that, but I believe the cards in this instant, that is the only why Diddy don't have a pardon, because of his sin, because of, I don't want to say sin, but because of what he's judged for, what he's in prison for, what he's dealing with, even though he's in a holding, for whatever reason, it is too deep for the president to get in. For the president to give him a pardon, it would start a mutiny.
It would.
That it just, he can't do it. But he gave NBA YoungBoy. Right. And he gave somebody else too. I can't remember. Oh, and he granted Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian thing for her reform that she wanted. He granted her that.
Oh, okay.
He granted her that. I wrote it down. I'm sorry, but he did grant her that. It was a lot of people, not like a lot, but quite a few people he gave a pardon to, or gave something that they asked for. Without.
Yeah, that was nice.
But NBA YoungBoy.
Yes, NBA YoungBoy. I was surprised to hear that. I was just like, at least.
And he gave Kim Kardashian her reform. I forgot what it is, but he gave her that. And he gave the Chrisleys a pardon. And he gave other people too. So it's not that we're not mentioning you on purpose. We acknowledge you, just don't.
Right.
Just naming the big time celebrities or whatever,
Yeah.
So that's good. NBA YoungBoy,
yes,
huh?
NBA YoungBoy. I know.
You sure about that?
Yep. I looked it up. I know. Wow. So great for him.
Yes.
But speaking of which, and speaking of the Trump administration, Elon Musk has stepped down from his Doge placement.
What is a Doge?
Doge stands for, I took a screenshot of it. Doge stands for the Department of Government Efficiency. And it says that Elon Musk and that department period has left behind a legacy of thousands of layoffs. Yeah. So
and his business was suffering, and
it was.
And I guess he says, "Look here, take this position from me. It's starting to spill over on me and mine."
It's starting to become like a curse or something.
But he left a legacy, a very negative legacy in the American sight.
Yes, that is true.
That is true. So many people were laid off when he was doing his office,
Yeah.
Whether that's right, whether that's wrong,
and he honestly wasn't in that position for long either.
He wasn't, just enough to get rid of thousands. I don't know. Like, I don't want to get into my opinion, what I think, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'm going to just play me don't know. What about you, baby Crones?
Yeah, me don't know.
Me don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know that's why when we do the news with us, what is it called?
Yeah, chit chat.
Chit chat with us. We chit chat because we don't know everything. We only chit chat on what we know or what the media divulged to us. That's it. It ain't complicated, We don't go into it like Katie. What is her name?
Yep. Katie Joy.
Like Katie Joy, and go and follow the court dockets and bring it down, and the other like a Tisha Tales. No, that's not, no. Hey, God bless those that do. Yes. But for me, it just seemed like you could be sued. I'm just not into that. I'm not that nosy. What about you, baby Crones?
No, I'm not that nosy.
I'm not that nosy. I just get surface information and then I run with it. That's it. And other stuff that I may have a premonition, or if I read on it.
Yes.
That's it. Or if I hear something, but that's it. We don't go scratching and clawing. That's not our zhuzh, Yeah. So what else we have, baby Crones?
Yes. Well, speaking of some entertainment news, we have, surprisingly enough, I did not believe it at first, but Glorilla had gotten a nose job done.
Do you think she really had a nose job? What do you think?
You know, the more I look at her nose, because I had to search for old pictures and do a comparison.
Mm-hmm.
It does seem like her nose is like up just a teeny bit, like it's a little
a little piggish.
Yeah, thank you.
A little piggish. I don't know.
But then it could just be swollen, but her nose.
But why would her nose be swollen?
Right.
To me, I don't know. But it looked like somebody attached something to the tip of her nose.
Yeah.
Like a little lump or something that made it peak up. However, Carly B came on and said that's normal after you've had a nose job. It may look a little piggish. It may look down even. She said, but it takes 3 years for the nose to heal. Mm-hmm. So that's what Carly B said. But for me, Gorilla really love her nose. Yep, I think it with that little thing, it depends on if she's standing on a profile. I have to admit it don't look good. But based on what Carly B said, it needs time to fill out and do it and heal. So I don't know. That's another one.
Yep.
I don't know if she had one or I don't know if she didn't. But I can say this. If we have to say we don't know, then that's a pretty good blow job. I mean... That's a pretty good nose job. I'm thinking of blowing. Because, you have to think that what they go through the sinuses and everything. That's what I'm thinking. I was thinking about blowing your nose, get your thing out of the gutter. But I also knew when I said it that it would lead to that. But that I was only thinking of the stuffiness, right, and we're just getting over our cold. Yeah, so I'm thinking about
having a cold.
Oh God! And just I was thinking on that level. So so you could just leave it. I explained it.
Okay. Well,
but before you go on, that's one of the reasons why I never wanted a blowjob, because I heard of the healing process of it. It's uncomfortable. And I would say, no, I'll just keep me and my nose and be grateful. I think you have a beautiful nose, baby Crone.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, speaking of maybe attractive people, trying to find that segue. Apparently, Travis Hunter has married his girlfriend that the internet has been warning him
about.
Yes.
However, we wish him the best. Mm-hmm. I hope that she's everything that he dreamed her to be and more.
Yes.
Although, just to humor me, okay. I'm gonna just lay out one card, and I haven't used these in so long.
You sure have.
I haven't used. I only use big cards, but I'm just going to do this 3 times. 2. Well, that's 1. Now 1. Okay. 2. I'm trying to keep my energy out of it. 2 and 3. I'm gonna have baby Crone cut them, so it won't even be my energy, as you can see. Cut them, baby Crone. Cut them whatever way you want, any way but loose. And I'm just, that's this how, any way but loose. Cut them all, get it. Just make sure you do it right. Yeah, that's it. She doing. She doing it. She did it. I'm taking the first card. It just seemed like this is the 9 of Pentacles. And honestly, this is somebody who's about the money. This is somebody who's living a good life, an extravagant life, who worked at it, this is what this is all about. You can't see it, but this is about a woman. I would say a man, but he is the money person. Mm-hmm. So this is about somebody who married in this for money. Or if you don't want to say money, we could say for a luxurious life.
Yes, the material gain.
Or for the way that he loves her emotionally. He loves her and can forgive her of almost anything.
That is true.
So not just about money. Do she love him? See, I said I was only going to do 1. I'll take it from the middle because that's so random. I was saying, do she love him? It's something she works at. It's something,
yeah, I know.
And here you see it's money.
But you shouldn't have to.
I even took it from the beginning. All right, baby Cone, is it me?
No.
It's about money. It's about the good life. Do she love him is what the question I asked on. And it said here, it depends on, is she work at it? She works at loving him. And last on the bottom, what is, baby Cone gonna read that outcome card?
Yes, I will.
Here it is, it's the Warner page. It's like she just dancing in her life with fire and just feeling the moment. She's in this moment. She's living her moment. She's living her dream right now with fire and dancing. She's in her moment. She's happy. She's in her moment. What that say, baby Crumb?
Well, it's a basement.
Oh, Lord.
However, you can see it as a protection, a place of fun, and a foundation, but also hidden things.
I was going to say, this sound more like, for me, when it comes out, it seems like something she's hiding. There's something about her that she's hiding. She's in a moment right now. She's finally reached the goal. She where she wants to be. She worked at it. She did everything. She went up against the odds on it. And now she got it. Just when he just gets in there, she got what she wants. She is relishing in her dream.
Yes.
All at the same time. Not all of her is true. And sooner or later, it will come out. Right?
Yes.
Not that I'm wishing them any bad luck. Honestly, the Nine of Pentacles, it is what it is. It's about somebody living a good life. Somebody worked hard. Somebody who finally arrived there. It's not the 10. It ain't a fantasy legacy or anything. It's about somebody who worked hard. Here's this, who worked hard. This here is the what? This is the 8. This is somebody who worked hard to be at that 9 space.
It's true.
So I'm not making, and here is a fire of a page. In other words, someone who has mastered, who did their craft with creativity and let nothing take them off course.
Yeah.
That's what this means. And with baby clone card, hidden things, that's a basement, not a finished space, but a basement. What do? We store things in the basement. It's like an attic. And if that shows up here, that means that all ain't above board. And the question is she the one? She is the one for him because this is who he chose.
Yes.
Do I think they'll last? You tell me.
Yeah, exactly. You tell us.
Because I just read the cards.
Uh-huh.
What you think?
Yeah, what you guys get from those cards.
What you get? Did you remember what they were? I can tell you. It was the 9 of Pentacles. It was the 8 of Pentacles.
Yes.
It was the Page of Wands. And it was a basement card.
Yes.
And was it something on the bottom? Nope, that was it.
Yep.
And did I get? Yep, I got this. That's what it was. That was the 3 cards, right? Unless I left one out. Did I leave one out?
No, because the Page of Wands was at the bottom of the deck.
Okay. See. So.
Okay. Well, that was great.
I saw you had to throw that in there, because I wish them nothing but happiness.
Yes. Now, interestingly enough, what's going on in the entertainment internet news?
Tell me.
Miss Shirley has got the internet up in arms.
The 4-year-old, or she 5?
4. Dancing to Where the Fans At? Who apparently her uncle made that song, apparently.
Yes. And her uncle made the song and she dances to it. What do I make of it? Well, I'm going to tell you, this is what I said. When I saw Miss Shirley for the first time, I sent Baby Clone a text.
She sure did send me a
Baby
text.
Clone, you can put it right up there.
Okay.
What did I say? I think I said, if a little girl can do it,
I can do it.
I can do it. Something to that effect. And what does that mean? That means I didn't pay that much attention to it because I assumed that was her uncle. I just thought it was her. Who is it?
Yeah, her uncle.
It didn't seem like her dad, but it just seemed like an uncle or something like that. That's what I assumed that it was. And it reminded me of when I was a little girl, even though Shirley Temple was older when I was a little girl, but when I was a little girl, they used to show Shirley Temple pictures, movies. And for some of you out there may know and you may not. But anyway, they would show her dancing with Uncle, the black man. He was dark skinned, but he could tap dance up the steps. And she's a little girl, you know, and you could even see bloomers. That's what we used to call them. Her little bloomers with the short dress as she tap dances with them up on the stage. So it brought Miss Shirley and her uncle took me to that moment where I just saw a little girl dancing what I assumed as her uncle. And I was looking at how, this is the word that came to mind, how frisky she is. Yes. How frisky. It was the word frisky. I know people don't use that anymore. I know. If you know what frisky mean hot, being sexy, being frisky, sexual, you know? And I remember feeling like she was being sexual, especially when she would put her hand on that shit and and when she did it, and I would say, baby Crone, I could never let you do that. But I knew that it was wrong. And even though Shirley Temple didn't do that, she had on the really short dresses, you know. And so, and you could see pictures where men hold her up and all that. And it just that we live in a day and time where you know better.
Yeah, that's true.
But I never thought anything negative. I just thought it was her uncle. And the only reason, because nobody told me they were going to clubs.
Exactly.
I didn't know her uncle made the song. I didn't know that she was getting paid. And I didn't know her name was Miss Shirley.
Right. Come on now, Miss Shirley.
When they were saying Miss Shirley, I thought they were talking to her mother.
Yes.
I didn't know that the little girl name was Miss Shirley and that she have her own account. Now, come on.
Yeah.
If that's not exploiting your child, I don't know. At 4 years old, I don't know. I seen her on the Jennifer Hudson show.
Yes.
I can see why people are up in arms about it, because we got all of this child P going on, and now we flaunt little girls like this. It is just not appropriate. No, it wasn't appropriate when Shirley Temple did it, being dressed like that, and it's not appropriate today. But for today to do it, it's like you don't care. It's like you're like, I'm blind, I don't see it. But yet you know that you trained her to dance that way. You put that fan in her hand. You showed her how to click those hips with them cowboy boots. You did that. And unfortunately, you did it for money. It's cute.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Till it's not cute no more.
But it's not cute anymore. Especially when I know that I didn't know that they were making money. I didn't even know she was famous. That's how much I knew.
Exactly.
So I'm not passing judgment. I'm just saying, when I have the backstory, I'm like, it's too much, honestly. And I'm being morally objective. What about you?
Yeah, that's true.
Let that little girl be a little girl. You know, we got a lot of petties out here.
Yes, we do.
And she's the answer to their dream.
Exactly.
Petties in your family. She's going out the club. You don't even know who's a petty.
Right.
Be careful for the petties out here. What do you think, baby? Come
yes, be definitely careful of the petties out here.
Be careful of the petties. That's their name. I just named them, the petties. They love the pet. Don't they?
Yeah, they sure do.
I don't know, but they just petties. And I think this is the sign of the time, and you ought to be protecting your child from this kind of petty.
For real,
because they're there right in your face. You wouldn't even know them. You wouldn't even recognize them.
Nope.
You know, and most petties are bi, because they like little boys and little girls.
Sure.
The younger, the better. I just heard a story about how this little girl was taken, and she died. I think she was 5 years old, and she died. And they got the autopsy. She died they said in a bathtub or something. And they said the girlfriend is the one that did it. I don't remember the name of the story, but it's out there. And anyway, you hear the 911 caller showing her how to get the baby girl alive and stuff like that. And when the police came and they ran the autopsy, they realized that the little girl had a forced blunt hit to her. What is this, liver? Her liver, I think. And that she was abused. Mm-hmm. And that the lady said that she had came in from a fight a couple of days ago. This is 5 years old. What kind of fight you going to get in the neighborhood at 5 years old? But anyway, this is what the girlfriend said. And then they found out with the autopsy that the baby was entered and torn. Mm-hmm. And they said that the baby had died before the baby had been dead before they got the baby to the hospital. So this is why that stuff isn't funny. That petty stuff is just, I don't get it. I don't even want to get it. Mm-hmm. I don't even want to understand it.
No.
I don't even want to have that mind in me. Mm-mm. So I'm clean from that. Hallelujah. I'm clean from that. We got enough dirt on us. Mm-hmm. And to be clean from that, like that's not something I deal with. I'm glad, because I feel sorry for the people who struggle with stuff like that.
Yes.
That's all I got to say about that. It's just, so Miss Shirley, I think that it's time to put up them cowboy boots and be in a little girl's place. Out of love. Mm-hmm. Out of love. Yes. What do you think, baby Crone?
Most definitely. Mm-hmm.
If you have any complaints or you disagree or agree, please thumb us up. Don't thumb us down, but leave a comment.
Yes.
Please. Mm-hmm. If you agree, leave us a thumb up. If you don't feel like writing a comment, give us a thumbs up. But if you feel like you want to write us a comment. Please. Mm-hmm. Please. Whether you agree or disagree, all opinions are welcome.
Yes, indeed. Now, Beyonce.
Okay.
Yes. First off, Beyonce has just recently finished up her New York. She just finished in New York, but New York / New Jersey. But she just finished up her U.S. part of the tour, apparently. Mm-hmm. I think her first part of the U.S., because I think she's supposed to go to London and
then make her way back.
Yes, because she's supposed to finish in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
On July 26th.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, yeah.
And they say her show is doing fabulous. And Rumi now is a part of the show.
Yeah, Rumi's a part of the show.
Rumi is wherever she shows Rumi. Yes. So she's
and
a
Blue
part
is
of
always
it.
Right behind.
And sometimes Rumi is settled, and sometimes Rumi is a handful. Yes. And there's her big sister reining her in. Mm-hmm. And it just seems like Rumi feels like she wants to say, leave me alone, Blue. Doesn't it?
It does.
But Blue knows how to handle Rumi. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Yes, I definitely do like their dynamic on stage.
They don't keep out there too long. Just long enough for her to get her thrills. And she just feels so appreciative of it. And that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I enjoy that.
Mm-hmm. It would be wonderful if we could see her son. Honestly.
Yes, that is true. We've seen pretty much all her children but the son now.
So if you know, you know.
Yep. Well, moving right on along, we have briefly talked about Kim Kardashian.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Yes. But she has apparently
finished her 6 year with that lawyer thing, but she doesn't have her license yet. No, not yet. But she had finished, and she gave a ceremony for herself and I, me, myself, and I. Yes. She gave it, and she had people there talking on her behalf, of course, the narcissism of it all. And you would think that she was graduating from absolutely not a college, but law school.
Yeah, you
and
would think that.
She has not, but she gave her own celebration. She got speakers of renown, and she did that a damn self. Okay.
Yes, she did. She said, made that special for her.
And it was like a special reward for me, Kim Kardashian. Me. Yes, that's right. Yep, I did it. I did it. I did it.
Exactly.
And I'm proud. Speak on how wonderful I am. Go ahead and give it to him. She was in it.
She was in it. She was feeling that.
And don't have her license. That's something I would have done once I got my license. But no, not her. Of course not. I want all of you to know I did those 6 years of internship and I'm done. Good for you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, she even going to go get those licenses now?
Now it's about the license. But she did not graduate law school. Be clear.
Yes.
But the way she performed in her graduation,
you would
think so. But that's that's Kim for you.
Yes.
Daddy be proud of me.
Yep. Exactly.
And he probably going. That makes sense.
It does make sense. What also is quite interesting, going back to some lawsuit cases, we have Smokey Robinson.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about him dealing with them maids.
Yeah.
But he's saying that they didn't use their right name. They haven't used their name. Mm-mm. He's asking the judge to drop the case. He feels all this is a case of baloney, that this is phony and fake, and that they didn't use their right name and for this and something about his wife. And he feels as though the case should be dropped. What do you think, baby Crone?
Sounds like he's just not trying to catch no smoke.
Hey, look, I ain't trying to deal with this BS, okay? What else we have?
And then lastly, speaking of people that is not trying to catch any smoke, we have Shannon Sharp, who apparently his lawsuit is still ongoing. However, because of that, he has recently, him and Ocho Cinco, they have their nightcap.
Didn't they break up or they friends, or that's could have been some rubbish I heard?
Could have been some rubbish.
Because they still doing it. How recent is that article?
Just like yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he stopped his show. What did he do?
They were supposed to go on tour. Mm-hmm. Their tour was supposed to start in Baltimore on June 13th of this year. Mm-hmm. But because of the pending lawsuit, against Shannon Sharp, him and his business partner both felt like, you know what, we're going to postpone the tour.
Poor timing.
Yes, poor timing. We'll check.
They must have wasn't able to sell tickets or something, or was it about tickets?
That is unclear.
Okay.
Yes, they just said that they had a long discussion and came to the mutual decision that this is not the right time.
Yeah.
So because of that, they'll be going on tour in 2026, a whole year later. Okay. They really
things would have died down. We would be more clear than where we are. And speaking of the very last thing, the Diddy trial, it just seemed like so many people are divided. I haven't been. I only can get what I get off of people. Yes. The closest I got to going through Diddy file, which I like this. I can watch it, and that is what is it?
It was. The AI generated
that took you in the courtroom. I enjoyed that. Who gave that?
Law and Crime.
And I've been following through the AI generated because it was very difficult for me to follow what other people were saying because they was giving their opinion. But this way, it's like you're in the courtroom. They don't show the faces, but that's okay. They don't show the pictures or nothing like that. Mm-hmm. But you do get to hear, and it just brings it. Where you hearing her voice. I don't know if it's generated or not.
I think it is also
all of it. I don't know if the people are what they look like, but they kind of look real and fake. And I enjoy it, and I'm able to look at it and follow it.
Yeah.
And it goes right on with time. So right now I'm getting caught up with the old. But
because I think everything written on there was from transcripts. So.
Oh, okay. So I don't know if they had people reading it or did they record it. They could get the recordings, but you can't see it. But they did it. I enjoy it because I can watch it.
Yeah,
and then I
do
can
that.
form my own opinion because I get the sentiment of it. So I really like the AI generated. I really do. It's unfortunate that they don't let you in the court.
It is.
But I just feel as though that really helps a lot. Because you get to hear. And so I've been following it. So therefore I can get caught up and then I can voice my opinion, not predicated on what someone else said.
Yes.
So that's what we're doing. Because I found myself, one person said this, and then another person say that. And I'm like, it seemed like one people are saying Diddy is losing, and then another person say Diddy is winning. And I'm like, winning, losing, losing, winning. So this way I get to hear for myself, and then I can make a people's choice opinion.
Yes.
Because at the way it's going, I'm being persuaded by my commentators.
Exactly.
Male and female both.
For real.
Is that true for you too? So this way, the AI generated, you get to hear and judge for yourself. You get to hear the judge, you get to hear everything, right? No? So yeah.
Yeah. Last in good news, I just remembered Haley Beaver has sold her road company for $1 billion.
They're broke no more.
Yes.
For $1 billion, you said?
Yes, $1 billion.
She sold her company for $1 billion after owning it for what, 3 years? So there you have it. They are not hungry or begging bread no more. So I hope they stay together. It just seemed like she loved Justin.
Yeah.
And I hope so, because it seemed like if she do leave, he'll go, baby, baby, don't leave this silly man. You know I love you. Please forgive me for my stupid ways. I could just see him. He does. He does awkward things.
He does.
And another thing about this is old, but I just want to bring it up. Because he kissed the inside of RZA's hand, people feel as though that was too intimate.
Yes, they did.
My thing was, I didn't feel as though it was intimate. I just felt like sweat and dust. And I was feeling that she's holding the mic. She's sweaty. That's what my mind thought. Now that's what, see, now that's cooties. That's what my mind thought. The back of the hand, but this, I just was like, oh, that's what I thought.
Got you.
That makes sense?
It does make sense.
Cooties. That's what, because you know she's handing her a mic. Her hand is sweating. She's dancing. She's singing. But nevertheless, I was going to say something, but it'd probably be a poor joke. But she did go over and lift his head up. Some people were saying when he bent down like that, he looked like he was high off of drugs. It just looked like he was feeling the song to me.
He was feeling that song to me.
Yeah, I love it. He could do a concert, and he'll make much money. Go ahead, Beaver. When all this blow off, give us a concert and throw a new song in there. Do that. You got this. Yes. You got this. Go ahead on and make that money. It's there for you. It is there for you. Like Baby Crone will go see you.
Yeah, I would.
Would I see Justin Bieber? Yeah, if I had a good seat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
Tag along.
Yeah, I'd be your tag along. Yeah. But my thing today is ever since I got sick, I'm very careful because of my immune system. I don't want to be around a lot of germy places like that. So a lot of big places like that, I don't feel safe anymore, especially when it's closed in because of my immune system. That would be the only reason why I don't go. Like if it was somewhere and it was going to be packed in, no.
Fair enough. Even with the mask on?
It would have to be to drown out the mask where it's giving me an air tank where I'm breathing through. It's no way I'm getting this air. I need an oxygen.
Okay.
You understand what I mean?
Fair enough. Yes.
I want to be where
you don't even want to breathe the same air.
I don't want to breathe the air unless it is being filtered, like thoroughly filtered. Then, other than that, too risky. You know, I can wear a mask during the fall. I can wear a mask if I'm going to the clinic and it's not a lot of people. At least have it under my chin that if somebody sees, I can go like that. If I'm in the elevator, I wear a mask. If somebody is in there with me, I'm just very particular now of small spaces or large spaces with a lot of people.
That's true.
I have to be mindful now.
Mm-hmm.
So, because what I realize, a lot of people don't feel good and they still want to go about their daily life.
Yeah, 100%.
Even though they may be feeling rotten, they feel as though I can go out. They're not caring about the world.
No.
They just want to go out, and I'm not like that. If I feel remotely bad, that's stay home for me. That stay home for me. Baby Crone, I have to encourage her. Baby Crone, it's not that deep. Stay home. It's okay. Shouldn't go out there like that. You know, and no job should want you there like that.
Honestly, yes, but no. But the jobs are selfish too, because all they want you is to work.
Yeah, but then if something come out and it wipe out everybody in there, your job, then you don't have anybody there to work.
Exactly.
So it's silly to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's silly. It's all about that powerful dollar.
Yes.
That's all. You know.
Yep.
What else I want to talk about? I think we done talked about everything other than prices are going up in the grocery store. You know, we'll see. People still, you know, I don't know. We'll see. My views on American, I can't say anything because if I say too much, I get flagged. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to get up in numbers, so I have to be mindful of what I say. So I can't talk much on things like I thought. No, you can't. So you can talk, but there are certain things you cannot talk about.
They run a tight ship over here.
They run a tight ship over here. And if you want your position, follow the rules. Remember, I work for YouTube. YouTube don't work for me. Nope. And speaking of YouTube, I didn't. Oh, okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. So with that being said,
that was pretty much everything that we had to cover in news recap.
Well, we hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
we do. That's what's going on in the world around us.
I did just recently hear that the new Pope has finally made his first speech.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good to know.
Yep. Y'all remember, or if y'all don't know, the new Pope is apparently from America. Or
yeah, he's from America. I think Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So, well, that's what's going on in the world around us. I was just running over to see that we miss anything. We probably missed a lot of things, but those are the things that we found important. And we hope you enjoyed this news thing. So please hit that like button for us. Please. We really, please, thank you. Thank you in advance. You know what? We wish you nothing but blessings. If you help us, then the universe will help you. How about that?
Yes, indeed.
So in our time, help us. And we give you the news and let you know what's going on and reading cards and because you know we news with tarot.
Yes.
So you know we're an esoteric station. So everything that we give, we try our best overall to give it from a spiritual perspective.
Yes.
Everything we talk about from a spiritual perspective, from a morality, from an ethical point of view. It doesn't always resonate, but that's what we try to do. So with that being said, we thank you for joining us. Please hit that like button and even subscribe if you haven't subscribed and this is your zhuzh and you like this kind of stuff. Welcome to our family and become a sunflower. And with that being said, you know what we say, sunflowers.